today we'll be flipping through Oracle of the Fairies by Karen Kay. This deck was gifted to me, but you can find it easily online. I will link it in the description, and it's pretty easy to find. It's a popular deck. It is not rare by any means, and it's fairly current, so still in print. I believe you can find it at Barnes & Noble and Amazon and all of those wonderful places. So of course this deck, standard size deck, comes with the guidebook with all of the meanings on the inside. And this is the back of the deck. This is the artwork. Not gilded or anything, just kind of a typical kind of cardstock, but it's nice thick cardstock, so it's easy to shuffle. And it retails for $19.99 in the US, $25.99 in Canada. So we'll go ahead and start flipping through. So the first card we have is Abundance. Now the thing I like about this deck is it does have a nice little description of the meaning of the card on the bottom. If you know me, if you've watched my flip throughs before, I love cards and I love decks that have a little bit of guidance, so that way you're not strictly relying on the guidebook. Now, the meanings on this card: believe in magic, celebration. They're not too complex or hard to decipher. Sometimes, decks can be a little vague, or they can have these really, just kind of vague meanings that aren't super clear. But this one, so an example of that might be like fairy spotting. What exactly would that mean? And then it kind of has a little description. But for the most part, this has a lot of really clear meanings on the cards, which I love. I love it when decks are simple enough to just understand from the name of the card. It's got a variety of colors as well. So we have like lots of purples, greens, reds, blues. And yeah, I've actually used this deck a few times, and I will say that shuffling it is nice. It is a nice deck. The cardstock's nice and smooth, so it gives for a nice, enjoyable shuffling experience. And there's something to be said about the energy of this deck. Maybe it's because it was gifted to me or whatnot, but I think overall decks usually have an energy to them. And this, in combination with a couple other decks I've been using recently, have just had such a light and accurate energy to them. And I've really enjoyed using it for guidance or just for a pick-me-up. We have moderation, moon energy, motivation. It is all in alphabetical order. Obviously, once you shuffle the deck, it won't be, but when it comes in the box fresh, it is organized by alphabetical order. So that makes looking up the cards a little bit easier, I think. In the guidebook, they're all not by number, but by alphabetical order. So can make looking up the meanings a little bit swifter and more efficient. So there's 44 cards total, which is like, I would say average. I'd say on the low end, some decks run in the 30s, some run in the 50s. So 44 is about mid-range. Now, of course, the average tarot deck is 78 cards. So it's about almost twice the amount as this deck, but Oracle cards tend to not have quite as many because they're not dealing with, you know, the suits and all of that. So that is the flip through, you guys. Thank you guys for watching, for sticking around, for continuing to watch my videos, even though I have not been posting recently. If you have a deck that you would like for me to flip through, we could work together on that. I am open to taking suggestions, and there is a way to contact me on my page if you'd like to shoot me an email. Maybe if you've printed a deck. My channel is starting to finally pick up and get some views. So if you're wanting me to flip through and wanting to promote your deck a little bit, get in contact with me and maybe we can work something out. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you and bye.